Welcome to the channel, King Lizard's Game Lounge, and more Street Fighter 6 ranked matches. So, apologies for not getting a video out last Friday. I've been seriously beat. I suffer from a severe sleep disorder, as some of you know, and basically I couldn't stay awake, and I've had even worse problems this week. As a result, I haven't played as much Street Fighter 6 as I would have liked. I've had a few half-hour rounds, as well as the occasional hour session, but in general I haven't played anywhere near as much as I'd like to have. Now, what I've been up to the last week, I think I introduced you to my Manon on the last video. I played a little bit of Manon, and I think I shared some of my ranking matches that got me into Iron 2. Now, I am playing a classic Manon, and over the past week I've been focusing more on Manon and getting her into bronze. And I'm sort of having a battle between 3-star and 4-star iron at the moment. I've been close to getting her into bronze on about 3 occasions now. You know, I had my rank up match to bronze and then got knocked down a few. So I'm still fighting away, but I'm definitely getting more proficient with Manon. I'm getting better at blocking and stuff with her and timing her moves. This guy was actually pretty good with what's his name? My brain's gone. With DJ. He actually had a really nice kind of 6-7 string combo that he'd pull off every time without any problems. So I definitely need to strengthen my game with Manon and get my combo game up, because I don't have anything that powerful as yet. But quite enjoying Manon. Really interesting character. I've got some more of her coming up in the video as well. I decided to chuck some more Ryu in here. I'm having a real battle with Ryu in bronze. I've now been at rank match up to silver and 5-star bronze for 7 times now, just to get knocked back, in some cases all the way down to 2-star bronze. You know, I've still got a weak point in regards to I'll get beat and I'll play that person again. And some of the time I'm getting beaten again and again. And that's more me trying to get better at using Ryu and learning how to play against that particular style of fighting or character, if you like. So, but it is costing me wins quite badly at the last week or so. And I got to the point on Monday where I just had a horrible night with Ryu. All I met was Camis, literally Cami. Then I had a Chun-Li Modern who was very proficient, and then on top of that I had a very annoying Luke who, you know, I had close matches with him, but I mean it was just painful. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches. It was just repetitive. You know, it's like the only move the guy knew or something. It was kind of just getting me down to the point where I think I just got into a rut, and plus the fact I was tired. I wasn't winning many matches because obviously my reaction times weren't there, but also on top of that I was kind of getting a bit downtrodden by all these crazy modern players, and the fact that I can't seem to block or defend myself when I'm up against a modern. You know, it seems like they've got benefits on timing. They probably haven't, it's just me getting my knickers in a twist or whatever, but it does feel like a whole different game when I'm playing some of these moderns sometimes, especially when I can block perfectly fine when I'm up against lots of other fighters, you know, and grab. But it's like when I'm up against a Jamie, a Chun-Li these days, or especially a Cami, it's like I can't block and I can't grab, I just get caned all the time. So that kind of got me down again on Monday, and then I thought, yeah, screw it, I'm just gonna jump in and do some JP. Now JP I actually started using last week in Modern, and I did that for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to win some matches, I'll be honest, and 2, I wanted to prove how easy a modern JP is to play. And how devastating they can be as a fighter to someone with limited knowledge even. Now, I went in with JP and I did a whole bunch of intermediate combo trials, and I got to the intermediate 7 without a single failure on doing a move. You know, it was very easy to get into intermediate 7. I did have some trouble with some of the later combos and stuff, so that's something I do need to practice. I did get them some of the time, but I wasn't being consistent with them. So I kind of got fed up and thought, well, I'm going to jump in with JP and, you know, play a bit of JP. So this is my 4th rank placement match with JP. So my initial 10 matches, this is the 4th one I did. And actually my 4th match ever with JP. So, and I wasn't surprised at all. I expected it to be quite easy to use this guy, and it was. So that is the Ultra. That was incredibly easy to pull off that Ultra. And then in here, I'm just going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4. That is literally holding the right trigger and spamming the B button 4 times to get that effect. And it's a pretty devastating set of combos. So I've set a trap above this guy, trying to push him into it. That's me doing a series of kind of Hadouken backward and forward, low and mid, psych power. Then there's that hold the right trigger, B, 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 grab move, and then a mix of Hadouken stroke hits. Now obviously I've drained myself here, which is not a smart move. And then that is literally holding back and pressing the Y button, that special, which is basically a parallel grab. So if they're stood in an upright position, you can nail them every time with that grab. It's pretty evil. So that was my 4th fight. So I do have some more fights coming up with JP, just to show you what I've been up to. A bit of Ryu on Ryu action now. Now this guy was actually a new fighter, so this is one of his ranked matches that I was fighting, and obviously at this point I'm a bronze 2. I'd been knocked down obviously from bronze 5 again, and this guy was someone that I met after a slew of losses, so I was kind of a little worn out at this point, but I was enjoying this matchup with this guy. He lands that Hadouken late there, sneaking in with a Dragon Punch from behind. But he's actually quite competent Ryu, this guy, for a new player. And he's a classic fighter as well as a new player. So yeah, he's probably going to do, he's at least going to be in bronze by now, I'd imagine, this guy, because he's quite a respectable fighter. So, lots of tit for tat going on. But my Ryu game hasn't really improved as much, other than the fact that I've now limited my use of Tatsu, which you can't see here because I am using a fair bit of Tatsu here. But yeah, my Ryu game hasn't advanced, like, other than obviously getting close to silver 7 times now. But I'll keep trying. He's kind of my main focus. But this past week I've been focusing more, as I said, on Manon, and focusing on getting her more proficient as a fighter for me. And I'm definitely making ground with Manon. Really enjoying the journey with her. I think she's a great fighter. Really good new addition to the game series, or the franchise. She's got some quite nasty entry low-level sweeps and stuff, including a kind of spin sweep, kind of a split spin, if you like. I made the mistake there of trying to go in with the same move for the 3rd time, even if it failed. That was a bad move. The other thing I've got to stop is grabbing air. I need to learn. Really nice block there from my opponent. I need to learn when I'm close enough and which moves push me further away to be able to block, because that is getting me nailed a few times as well, just trying to grab when I'm never going to make it, you know, successfully. We both had a similar idea there. I tried to come in from above and he aired me, but I was crazily over the top of that Dragon Punch. You know, I couldn't believe how high I got then. It's a nice defensive sweep kick cross in the air. That kick, that defensive sweep kick, is just really good. I mean, it covers most of the screen, so anyone jumping in on that is going to get nailed by it. It's actually really useful against camis. I've used it to much success against camis. especially when they're trying to do that dive down mechanic thing, you know, which is quite hard to block in time. Managed to get a really nice super in, block her Duke and get that split spin and into a grab. I'm using grab a lot more with Manon as well because I'm generally in a position to use it. She also has a really good kind of 9 to 3 o'clock grab move that you do with the punch button, light punch button, where she'll kind of grab from a distance, which is pretty damaging. So my only Ken match I've got in the video here, so this is me playing Ken against the modern Jamie, one of my least favourite kind of fights. This guy was focusing a lot on getting that drink power up that they tend to do. A lot of the players are doing that because obviously you get an uber fast fighter then who does big damage. Managed to Tatsu him there on the end. Kind of breakdancery type move there. Big lag. There were a couple of big lag moments in this game, and I've seen a bit of lag, not much to be honest, in all the fights I've had. I've only seen lag maybe 7 or 8 times. Fortunately there, it didn't cost me a match. I did have some lag that cost me a match a couple of times, which is very annoying. But it happens. Managed to land the poke there, the medium poke, and then straight into one of my overdrives. Nice Tatsu into him, get a couple of hits. Into the grab, really pressuring in here, jumping over mechanics. Missed that move. I'm going to get nailed here probably. Yeah, there we go. Did manage to recover it though, luckily. Nice dragon punch. Really nice overdrive combo there, and yeah, I don't get to pull that one off much, but that was a nice moment. Got blocked and then got nailed by that kick. Then finish him off with a Duke, and he'd exhausted himself, so he was open wide for it. So again, I haven't played any Ken for 2 weeks now, so that's an older match. But I'll try and mix up some Ken this week maybe. I may even try another new fighter this week. Although I do want to focus on getting Manon into bronze, and then maybe even silver if I can. Ryu I'm still going to focus obviously on getting into silver, as I've been close so many times. It's got to happen at some point. I'm just having a lot of bad luck. And the thing I find the most with my losses with Ryu is generally, you know, like I said, it's a lot of moderns, but also it's a lot of drive impacting. I think personally for me, the drive impact is too easy to do in this game. It's too abundantly available. I don't like it. I've lost to a match to drive impact so many times it's not funny. And it's not anything you can do anything about unless you're quick enough to do an overdrive if you have energy. And that's the thing, most of the time they'll use it when they know you're exhausted, because you can't do much about it then. You can of course grab into a drive impact if you're quick enough. But the thing I hadn't used at all, and a friend I was chatting with this week, after my demise on Monday, I had some really bad Ryu matches on Monday, which made me switch over to Manon and JP for a bit. And he taught me basically pull back and use the drive impact. So when you're cornered, just pull back whilst you're blocking and drive impact, and what it does is push the other fighter away. It's something I kind of knew was there and I just wasn't using. I didn't really think about it before. You know, when you do your training and it shows you stuff, and it's just one of the things that kind of, you know, fell down the plug hole for me, and I just didn't use it at all. So I'm actually using the reversal on the drive impact a lot more now as well to get myself out of trouble. And that's a key feature for JP, you know, using that reversal to get you out of corners and stuff. If you've got someone getting in your face, which to be honest is the only way you're going to beat a JP, is to get in their face and give them a hard time. So I've gone grab heavy here with this Ken. That was the move forward grab that I get on him there. Got a nice overdrive kick combo there. Defensive sweep straight into a dragon punch in the face. Just missed him on that forward kick combo, but I got him on the sweep.
quite a fast bit of action there. We've got Modern Ken here. I haven't fought many Modern Kens actually, and I'd have thought that would have been pretty devastating, the Modern Ken. Given how easy it is to do things. I did actually play a bit of Modern Ken, just to see the difference, and you can do some crazy combos with Ken in Modern very easily. This is one of the specials I haven't pulled off too often, but I just find this funny as hell. I think this is a great animation special. So that's one of her judo moves, obviously, given that she is a mixture of ballet, kickboxing and judo. But yeah, big fan of Manon, really enjoying Manon, and looking forward to hopefully rewarding her with at least a bronze in the next week, if I can stick with her. Finished the match off with a nice sweep there. Some more JP. Is this another one of my ranked matches? Yes, so this is number 7 out of my placement matches for ranked. Big bit of lag there. So that is a backward Y. Easy move to pull off. I've trapped him, look, and then I spiked him. And trapped him. This trap's going to hit him again now. There's that high grab again. Spiked him again. Going to get hit. I was a little bit early on the grab there. It's gotten close to me. That is holding the right trigger, B button 5 times, press and hold back and Y, and then I'm going to spike him from underneath again. I really feel sorry for this guy. So if you're out there, apologies, mate. I'm just doing what everyone else is doing at the moment. But that was probably one of my better bits of JP play, to be honest, since I've been using it. This one is basically right trigger and medium button, so the A button 6 times. That's how I pulled that off. That's how easy that move is. It's insane. You know, if you get into a match with someone that's proficient at Modern with JP, you're in trouble. You know, it's gonna be a horrible experience pretty much if they're proficient and they don't miss moves. And let's be honest, it's not easy to miss moves in Modern. Modern is actually pretty dead easy. Now I'm actually transitioned over to Classic JP since playing my ranked placement matches, so I no longer play Modern JP. I actually felt quite dirty when I used Modern JP. It felt a bit cheap. I'm not demeaning anyone out there. So you play Modern, that's fine. It's great that you're playing the game. But for me, it just didn't. It felt, you know, it just felt wrong for me. I thought this is way too easy, so I'm going to switch over to Classic, and one of my friends recommended that as well, Dan, and Dan spent some serious time with me on Tuesday showing me some JP stuff. He's currently I think he's a Platinum 4 down with his JP, and he's pretty brutal. So he's been teaching me some of the ropes with JP, and I'm still in training at the moment. I need consistency with my spikes and my grabs, and my medium and low psycho ability and stuff. So it's something I've got to focus on a bit more and get more consistent with. The problem I've got is I've got this nerve damage in my arm, and pressing down twice on the D-pad and then hitting the move is really hurting my arm, or my wrist in general. So as a result, I'm typically getting, you know, maybe 3-4 combos of, you know, long grab, spike, long grab, spike, long grab, spike, long grab, spike, and then my arm's giving up on me and I'm dropping it. So I'm not quite able to keep them in the corner as long as I'd like. So that's something I try and perfect. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, though, with my arm the way it is. So we'll see. But I've definitely made progress with my JP, so you'll definitely see more of him. And I'm going to focus on getting him into gold. Nice Ryu match with DJ there. Some more JP. And this is my 8th ranked placement match up against Manon. So I've set the spike there. Now I'm still learning the character there, sorry, the trap. I'm still learning the character there, so I did a mistake. I did a medium spike. See, I'm doing medium spikes. I've got my stuff messed up here. I'm not quite thinking straight. I was pretty tired at this point when I was playing, and I was making the odd mistake with JP. Nice air grab there. I think that air grab's quite a nice thing to give JP, given he's already got a lot of nasty moves. So to have an air grab as well is also quite cheeky, because it's something else you can nail people with they're not going to expect a lot of the time. So in with the spike. So I decide to get in close there, just try and give myself a little bit of distance like that. Set the trap, they jumped out of it, wisely so. Giving me a bit of trouble here. So this is press the right trigger, hit that A button 6 times. That's all I did to get that move off. JP is actually surprisingly quite good fun to play, but he, like I said, he is quite an overpowered character, and if anything, I'd probably expect him to get a bit of a nerf when they make some updates for Street Fighter 6, because he's just crazily overpowered. I'd also like to see characters like Cammy get a bit of a nerf, because I think they're ridiculously overpowered as well. When you come up against them, I actually had a Cammy where I blocked like 15 times in a row, and I still could not get a break into hitting her as a modern player. It was crazy. You know, for any character to be able to just constantly mash a button and hit you and hit you and hit you, and you not get a break to hit them, it's just insane. Even when you drive parry successfully with a perfect drive parry, I wasn't getting time to get hits in sometimes. And that is pretty much only true of some of these faster characters. You know, if I'm up against a Marissa or a Zangief or even a Dowsing, you know, I feel I've got plenty of time to get my counter strike in. With a Luke, you know, a Cammy, even a Chun-Li, you know, or a Kimberly, I find I rarely get my time in to get a counter in. Even Lily's a bit brutal sometimes. And I know she's been listed as one of the crapper characters in the game, but I've had some pretty good Lily fighters I've been up against that I found quite tough. For me though, Lily was like, you know, she just got lost on her way to Soul Calibur. I think I said that before. You know, she just doesn't fit the game for me. You know, she really does feel like something out of Soul Calibur, and that's where she should be and not in Street Fighter. Nice. Basically all I did there was backward medium kick, low kick, and then into the super. So a nice distance mid kick to finish off Luke. And then just to finish things off, a little bit of Ryu versus Marissa. As you can see here, this is one of my iron fights. These days I'm in bronze. I think I'm currently bronze 2 or 3 with Ryu at the moment. Again. So I'll focus on getting him up to gold, silver next, as I plan on doing. I've been close so many times it's not funny. I will focus on getting my Manon up to bronze, and also obviously going to focus on getting my bronze Ken up to silver, who I think is either bronze 3 or 4 at the moment. But quite interested in trying a bit of Honda as well. I know Honda's a bit of a beastly character as well, especially as a modern character. So he's someone else I might start off in modern and just see how I go with. And I'll be honest, I'm not that great at those kind of vertical, horizontal characters, you know, Blankas, Hondas, Gals. I never have been. I'm okay at them, I can pull the moves off, but I'm not consistent or quick enough to do it against people. So if I was to play those characters, I'd definitely go modern for that reason. And it'll be the first time in my life I can actually play those ranked, because I definitely wouldn't entertain it before this game, that's for sure. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to call it there. I will be back with more Street Fighter 6 and also a vlog next week, hopefully. So big thanks for everyone that watched. Take care, keep well, and most importantly, come back soon.